Hey loves, jumping right into this video, I'm going to just start off by using my canvas blockhead. Of course, I'm going to be using my Brazilian Deep Curly by New Star. Check out the review for that. I have about 10 needles pre-threaded, and then of course I have my mesh dome cap. So let's get started. So I'm just pulling this mesh cap as far down on this blockhead as possible. Sometimes I'll pin it into place, but I don't think I did that for this. Of course, starting off with that 24-inch bundle, I went ahead and sewed that first track down really tight onto the cap, and I kind of start up like where my ear would be, just to kind of curve it, and it seems to like build more volume toward the front. So I start off there. If you guys have already seen like a bunch of my wig videos, of course it's the same method over and over again. I do that like double stitch and then wrap it around 3 times to create a knot. So feel free to speed up this video or skip right past this if you've already like got down the sewing technique. And I literally double stitch the entire way. That way the thread is not lifting up. You don't have any problems with like tracks coming out or anything like that. And I separate them probably about 1 inch to 1.5 inches apart. And of course, I'm going to just be flipping over the tracks and just continuing to sew. But you want to make sure you flip it to where, you know, the tracks lay as flat as possible. Like I said, I do this in many other videos. So if you guys are not new to my channel, you've seen this a million times. So I continue to sew until I'm about 3/4 of the way finished, and here I'm just continuing to curve those tracks, so like in a circular motion. And then once I'm at the top, I'll start to do the tracks in a motion that's more like a square or a rectangle. And as you can see, I'm starting to create that box. So once I have the box like to a nice width that I'm comfortable with, I believe Ivy Powell created her box like very small and started to like cut the tracks. But I actually seen SADE WATKINS video, and she did do like a larger square. And I said I was going to try that method also, just because, you know, cutting the tracks can kind of allow for the hair to shed a little bit more than I would like to. So as you can see, I'll just be flipping those tracks back and forth, making sure that I leave everything flat. When I first started off with this video, I was double, you know, wefting every single track, but this time I'm not. So I'm back to just a single weft over, flipping until I'm pretty much at the very end of the band. And as you can see, I did not cut the band at all. And I ended up using actually 3.5 packs of hair. So I was sent you know, the 3 bundles from New Star Hair, but I ended up needing to add in the 22-inch deep wave hair, pretty much the same exact texture that I had from Lavi Hair. And you know, I love Lavi Hair, so of course I wasn't like afraid that it would, you know, change this texture in any way or compromise the review. But yeah, so I did have to do that. And I think it's just because of the length and possibly because I doubled these like tracks super, super close together. So once you get to that very last track, you want to make sure you put it directly on that band and just sew really, really tight. I think I went over it a couple times actually. And as you can see, everything flows naturally. You don't see any lumps, humps, nothing. And I didn't leave any like really big gaps in this either. So this is pretty much the final look. I'm gonna go ahead and add some like layers to it. You guys know I feel like a weave is not finished until everything is layered properly. So that 22 inch of the Lavi hair that I did go ahead and add, I'm just gonna make sure it's properly blended, because the Lavi hair was a bit more curly. That was a deep curly, and then this New Star is a deep wave. So you can kind of see the texture differences. It's not too bad, but you know, had to make it do what it do. And because it is curly hair, you guys don't be nervous to cut this. Like, it's okay. It's just hair. Like, trim, because ultimately you just want to frame your face. So, of course, I'm doing this on a wig, but generally I can kind of tell, you know, the shape that I'm going for, so. And of course, I went ahead and co-washed this hair. I will have an install video showing you guys my braiding pattern and how I actually put this on my head. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and that'll be like another part of the review. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out Ivy Powell's video if you have not already. And make sure you check out SADE WATKINS. I'll have like a couple of different YouTubers that I like absolutely love their tutorials, so make sure you check those out. And as always, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next tutorial.